Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the thumbnail, today we are going to talk about nested if statements. Before we can do that though, we need to look at singular if statements and make sure that everyone has a really good grasp on that, and then we'll jump right into the nested if statements. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's talk about the if function, the singular if function. So the if function evaluates specified criteria and returns one output if the criteria is true and another output if the criteria is false. Okay, so looking at the syntax, you can see that it's equals if, open parentheses, logical test, comma, value of true, comma, value of false, close parentheses. And you can notice the brackets on value of true and value of false, meaning they're optional arguments for this particular function. And so what it will do is, if you don't specify anything to output if it's true or if it's false, then the if function will simply output the words true or false based on how the logical test comes out. Okay, so let's break down the syntax a little bit. Logical test is the criteria to evaluate that will ultimately be true or false. So, your input would ultimately meet the logical test or it will not, and that's true or false. So the value of true, so basically what you're saying is, what do you want the function to output if the criteria is actually true? And the opposite goes for false. Whereas what do you want the function to output if the criteria is not true? So if it's false, what do you want it to do or say? And we can get that to do a multitude of things. And before we jump into the actual examples, I just want to kind of talk through some of those options you have. So your value of true or false can be anything from text to a formula to another if statement, which is what nested ifs are, and we'll get into that. But you have so much variation and freedom, if you will, for what you can make this function do based off of that logical test. And so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and jump right into the examples, and we'll get to see the singular if function at work. All right, let's take a look at example number 1. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tell the if function to output sweet, it's 45, if the conditional cell actually equals 45. If the conditional cell does not equal 45, we will tell the if function to output why not 45? I mean, it's a great number. Why not 45? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so to do that, we're going to click in the if function output section, just the way I formatted this. You're going to start typing equals if, open parentheses. Now our logical test is our conditional cell. We want to know if it's 45 or not. So if that B23 conditional cell equals 45, what do we want to do if that's true? Well, we said what we want to do is we wanted to say sweet, it's 45. And you notice I'm putting these in quotes because I'm using text, so it has to be in the double quotes. And then value if false, we agreed that we would say why not 45? Okay, and then when we close off our parentheses and we hit equals, sweet, it's 45. Okay, that's all well and good because it is 45, but what happens if I make it 52? Our output changes as we expect it to do, and it says why not 45? Okay, so we put this back to 45, then it goes back to sweet, it's 45. So let's do example number 2. Our conditional cell says Marvel, because I'm a huge Marvel fan. So we're going to tell the if function to output the result of a calculation. So we're actually going to do a calculation in this one. if the conditional cell is Marvel. If the conditional cell does not equal the word Marvel, then we will tell the if function to output, please make conditional cell Marvel. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to say equals if conditional cell is equal to, and in quotes because I'm using text, is equal to Marvel. What do I want to do if it's true? Okay, so let's throw in a formula here. We're going to say, let's do 10 divided by 5. Okay, and then if it's not Marvel, we agreed that we were going to say, please make very long conditional cell Marvel. Now, let's see what happens. Okay, is this what we expected? Let's read through this. So if B27, which is where my conditional cell is, equals Marvel, then go ahead and execute the function of 10 divided by 5, which equals 2. If it's not Marvel, then we're going to say, please make conditional cell Marvel. Okay, so let's change this to DC. I'm also a DC fan. All right, so if I expand this, we'll be able to see that it does indeed change our output. Please make conditional cell Marvel. So this just shows you that you can use a formula as part of your value of true or value of false. You could do either one. And that can be replaced with any function that you would like to execute based on, what it is you're trying to do. Okay, so that's a quick example of the if statement. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump into the nested if statements. Okay, and I'm going to go through those in great detail and explain exactly what it is you need to do. But if you need to pause the video, go back through the singular if before we jump into the nested if. Please do that. And as always, you guys can always hit me up with any questions that you have over what we've covered so far. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to jump into the nested if section. When looking at nested if statements, what we're essentially doing is utilizing more than one if function to evaluate multiple criteria and make multiple decisions based on the evaluation of said criteria. And so this will make more sense as we look at the syntax. So a nested if syntax looks something like this. And this is one with just 2 if statements, so 2 nested ifs. If open parentheses logical test, then you have your value if true, but in the place of value if false for the first if statement, what you basically do is you put another if statement in the value if false location. So it'll be if open parentheses logical test value if true, comma, then value if false. So what you're basically doing is you're going to evaluate the first logical test. If it's true, then you're going to output the value if true. If the first logical test is not true, what you're basically telling Excel is, well, okay, then go ahead and evaluate the next logical test in my second if statement. And then if that's true, output its value if true. And if neither logical test is true, then you ultimately output that final value if false that you see in orange up there. So that's how you read the syntax, and that's how it works. It'll look at the first logical test, determine if it's true. If it is, then the function will stop reading left to right. As soon as it finds one that's true, it stops and will output the value of true portion. Okay. If it's not true, then it will go ahead and go to the next if statement, look at its logical test and determine if it's true or not. If it is, it will output whatever you tell it to output for value of true. If it's not, then it will ultimately go to value if false and do whatever you told it to do there. Okay, so we're going to take a look at a few examples of a nested if, and then hopefully that will drive it home, and then you all will know the if statement and how to use nested ifs if you need to. All right, so let's get ready to do that. All right, let's look at example 1. So what we're going to basically do here is we're going to evaluate if the conditional cell is 45 or 60, and then we're going to output one thing if it's 45, we'll output another if it's 60, and if it's not 45 or 60, then we will output something else. So that's going to take a nested if to do. So let's go ahead and write that formula out so you all can see how that works. So equals if conditional cell equals 45. What do I want it to output? We'll just say, yes, it's 45. Keep it simple. Now, in value of false, instead of outputting, verbiage or something to that effect, I'm going to put my second if statement to evaluate, to tell it what to do if it's 60. So if my conditional cell equals 60, what do I want to do then if that's true? I want to say, yay, it's 60, okay? And then now for my value of false, what do I want to say if it's not 45 or 60? I'm going to say, please make cell 45 or 60. And I'm doing that in quotes because it's text. And then you just have to make sure you close off your parentheses and have as many closed off parentheses as you have open parentheses, or else you will get an error. Sometimes Excel will fix it for you, but sometimes it will not. And then, okay, so our conditional cell is 45, so it says yes, it's 45. So what if I make it 60? Okay, it changes to yay, it's 60. What if I make it 22? Okay, please make cell 45 or 60. Okay, so let's do the second one, just so we kind of send this home, hit the home run. So we're going to evaluate the conditional cell and see if it's Marvel or DC and output based on those results. If it's not Marvel or DC, we will then call on a different output. So let's run this one so you all can see how this looks. So again, equals if, open parentheses, if my conditional cell equals Marvel, and I'm using quotes because I'm writing text, what do I want to say if it's true, if it actually is Marvel? Great movie is upon us. Okay, we can make it say whatever we want. And so again, in my value with false, I write my second if statement to say if my conditional cell is equal to DC, then what do I want it to say? We'll just say pretty good movie, because let's face it, Marvel is ruling the game right now. And then value if false. If it's not Marvel or DC, what do we want to say, or what do we want to do? And we'll say, please make cell Marvel or DC. And then we got to make sure we close off our parentheses properly. And then, okay, Marvel, great movie is upon us. And what if we make it DC? Pretty good movie. They're good. DC movies are good. Marvel's just a little better. All right, so what if we say Derek is cool, because he is pretty cool. Please make cell Marvel or DC. So as you can see, that is how nested ifs work. And don't forget, in your value of true, value of false portions, you can make those whatever you would like, okay? Once you have enough if statements to cover what it is you're trying to do, your value of true can be a formula, it can be any function within Excel that you want to evaluate. So just remember, you have that latitude and freedom to make those whatever you need them to be. So that was a quick look at nested if statements along with regular singular if statements. So as usual, any questions, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you all through this journey. All right, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Share this video with anyone that you know that can benefit from this information. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on weekly content, as I will keep these coming every week no matter what's going on. Again, thank you all for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you all for watching this video. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Share this video if you... Wow, my phone just ruined that one. Good Lord. Thank you for watching this video with me today. You didn't watch it with me.